Practice is over, qualifying awaits. Welcome along from Portugal and the fearsome Portimao. Time to light up those timesheets and see who can take pole today.
That's P1, and we're in front of Sargent, Vesti and Martens. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 16.2. rundown for you. The top 5 are Norris, Perez, Verstappen, Hamilton and Pourchaire. So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are Pourchaire, Albon and Magnussen. And just behind us are Sargent, Alonso and Leclerc. The fastest lap at the moment, 1:16.2. Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining. You're in first position, front of the pack. And we're in front of Sargent, Leclerc and Norris. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:15.7.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. The Formula One circus has made its way to the southern coast of Portugal this week and is preparing for what I think will be a terrific race here in Portimao. A lap of Portimao is 2.9 miles long and is made up of 15 turns, 9 right-handers and 6 left-handers. It's been described as a roller coaster with a lot of elevation changes. There's more than one blind summit and the conditions today aren't going to make visibility any better. So drivers are going to have to be on the ball if we're to avoid a safety car here today. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Fernando Alonso lines up on pole position, and Golden Boy completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Verstappen, Russell, Sargent, Behrman, Théo Pourchaire, Stroll, Perez, Hamilton, Albon, Magnussen, Vesti, Correa, Iwasa, Hauger, Joe, Bottas, and Victor Martins. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Now, I'll be generous here. It's not that long ago that you were racing and entertaining us on a Sunday. But in the years since, the sport has changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has, Crofty. You know, the cars have got bigger, they're heavier, but critically there's more downforce to play with as well now. There was about 4 tons of downforce on the car at 300 kilometres an hour when I drove. You're now looking more towards 5 tons of downforce. So there's a big difference in performance. But because of that, the car being heavier and bigger, you've got to drive in a smoother way. You've got to look after it a bit more. You've got to nurse it through the slow speed corners more. They were much more nimble, agile machines when I drove in Formula 1 compared to now.
Here we go then, the formation lap is underway. These are wet conditions here today. Each driver will no doubt be mindful of the wet surface as they prepare to race around the track. As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Lando's ahead of you now, and gap to the car in front, 0.8 seconds. They're on a fresh set of wets. Their tyres are 2 laps old, and the time last lap, 1 minute 30.4. All right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far. Situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now. Getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out. Inters and wets will probably have very similar pace at the moment. So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful. It's hard to say if inters or wets are better right now. Lando ahead. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 0.9 seconds. They're on a fresh set of wets. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Your last lap time, 1:30.3. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Job, nice overtake. Okay, Magnussen ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 4.3 seconds. They're on old wets. Okay, they've done 15 laps on those tyres, and the time last lap, 1:29.6. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:28.3. Sargent just ahead, push hard. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 23 laps old, and the time last lap, 1:28.5. Verstappen ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 9.2 seconds. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 23 laps old. Your last lap time, 1:28.3. This is brilliant. You're taking 2.5 seconds out of them each lap. Left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car in front, 7.6 seconds. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 24 laps old. Time last lap, 1:28.2. You're gaining by 1.6 seconds a lap. Gap to your teammate behind, 7.6 seconds. Sergio is in for his stop. P6, you got P6. It's Verstappen ahead. They're on old wets. Sargent behind. They're on old wets. Okay, so gap to the leader, 13.6 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. 9 laps to go. Gap ahead, 6.3 seconds. Okay, Alonso's in the pits. Verstappen's ahead of you, and gap to the car in front, 5.6 seconds. They're on old wets. Okay, they've done 25 laps on their tyres, and the time last lap, 1:28.1. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. Track's drying, but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water offline. Don't start thinking about slicks just yet. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. Managing your tyres, manage your tyres. running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Piastri ahead. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 5.1 seconds. They're on old wets. Their tyres are 27 laps old. Your last lap time, 1 minute 27.8. You're gaining by 2 seconds a lap. Amazing. Okay, you sat in P2. Piastri's ahead of you. They're on old wets. Verstappen behind you now. They're on old wets. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Alonso behind you now. They're on old intermediates. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. Your last lap time, 1 minute 24.0. Superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
It's a performance that our Portuguese Grand Prix winners can be justifiably proud of. And I'm sure there'll be celebrations tonight.
Well, another race victory today, and you can clearly see they're starting to believe in themselves more and more. You get to a stage, Crofty, where you become very hard to beat as a driver when you keep putting in performances like this one.
Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top 3 finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
You handled that well. Thank you. Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend. Thanks. I appreciate you taking the time to help out.